Today we're talking about encouraging our parents to be social so they won't be lonely. Did you know that loneliness can be as harmful to an aging parent's health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? Studies show that social isolation significantly increases the risk of cognitive decline, depression, and even heart disease. If that worries you, this video is going to be useful for you in two ways. You'll learn practical ways to encourage your parent to be more social, and you'll hear real-life examples of how we helped our own parents stay connected and engaged with others. Caring for an aging parent is challenging, especially when you see them withdrawing from social activities. If you're struggling with this, you're not alone. We went through the same thing with my dad. At first, we thought, well, he's just enjoying a quieter life. But then we realized he was feeling lonely, and it makes sense to me now. But back then, I didn't know what to do. If I had to start over again today, I would approach it differently. First, start with small social engagements. Encouraging a parent to be social doesn't mean pushing them into overwhelming situations. Small steps can make a huge difference. For example, if your dad loved going to the local coffee shop, start suggesting you go together once a week. Over time, he may start chatting with the staff and the regulars, and soon he'll have his own little community there. Our dad loves to go for lunch, like not fancy lunches, but delicious lunches. He loves to kibitz with the staff and ask about all the selections on the menu. And he likes a glass of wine too. Even though it's just a small glass of wine, it always makes lunch feel like a party. And it's easy to see why this works. It's low pressure, familiar, and gives him a reason to leave the house. And here's another idea. Invite a neighbor or a friend over for tea. Keeping things simple makes it easier for them to say yes. Step 2, encourage activities they once loved. You can always encourage them to do things they used to love to do. Sometimes aging parents withdraw from social life because they think they can't do the things they used to love. But changing things up or modifying the way they do them can bring back joy and connection. For example, if your mom used to love gardening, but she stopped because her knees hurt, well, here's a solution that you can try. Find a local gardening club or space that has raised beds and see if she'll start gardening again there. Reconnecting them with something familiar, with a few modifications, can give them a sense of purpose, and as a bonus, introduces them to people who share their interests. Another idea, if they used to love playing cards, set up a weekly game night with family or with friends. I'm on the same journey as you, as a daughter caring for my aging father. I'm not a medical expert, but this YouTube channel is where I share my experiences, research, and best practices with you. If you'd like to join our community of caregivers and receive our free weekly newsletter, well, just send me an email at caregiver@myaccess.ca, and I'll send you a free printable PDF of gift ideas for senior parents. It's the perfect thing for birthdays, Christmas, or even a thoughtful hospital visit. It's a list of ideas for those who often seem to be the hardest to buy for. Following up on those ideas, get them involved in a local group or class. For example, I convinced my dad to try a chair yoga class at his senior's home by telling him we'd go together. At first, he was hesitant, but after a few sessions, he made friends and started going on his own. The unexpected bonus was how much fun he had. The leader was really good and had some pretty snappy one-liners. This worked because many older adults just need a little push at first. The structure of the class provides routine and a built-in social element. It works the same for me. Put me in a gym with free weights and machines, and I can waste an hour easily. It's because I really don't know what to do. But put me in a structured class and bam, I'm one tired girly by the end of it. Because structure and support can make all the difference for us to succeed, no matter how old we are. And here are some other ideas. Look into book clubs, senior center events, or faith-based groups that offer social gatherings. There's a whole community of seniors out there just waiting for someone as smart and handsome as your dad to join them. I'm going to pause the video here for 10 seconds. If you're enjoying this video, if it's providing value and you want more ideas about how to help your aging parents, then please consider subscribing. And if you're liking the video, here's a chance to get rid of all of your frustrations and whack that like button into tomorrow. All right, let's jump back into the video. Step 4, use technology to bridge the gap. Don't forget about all the fancy technology we have to work with. It can help bridge the gap. Even if your parent isn't able to get out often, technology can be a game changer for social connection. For example, my dad was resistant to video calls at first. In fact, even though he insisted he didn't like them, he said he would try. I bought him an iPad so we could video chat. When I FaceTimed him, there were times he could answer and times he couldn't. I think it was a fingertip pressure problem. Like, it can be really tricky to learn the exact motions and pressure if you're not used to it. I remember one night though, when he must have been determined to figure it out on his own. My FaceTime started ringing in the middle of the night. He was pretty surprised when I answered, and a little embarrassed too. And he was reluctant to play with the iPad to learn it after that. Although now, when I use my phone to have a quick FaceTime chat with my brother from my dad's place, my dad loves it. So there's some balance there. And it's a balance I can understand. Because a lot has changed in my dad's life in terms of technology. He still remembers the first airplane he ever saw. He remembers driving the horses to town to get a fancy, formal, although black and white photograph. The first movie he went to, the first TV he owned, and the day it became obsolete when color TVs became available. See, we've always had that technology getting replaced by new and improved technology problem, haven't we? It's not just us wanting the newest version of some kind of technology. It's been going on for generations. Trying FaceTime or Zoom works because it helps keep long-distance family members connected. And that can be a stepping stone to more in-person engagement. If your parent is already technologically with it, there are many opportunities there. You could help them join a Facebook group, something related to their interests, or introduce them to online classes. There are just so many possibilities. Helping your parent become more social isn't always easy, but small, consistent efforts can make a big difference. Remember these. Start with small, comfortable social engagements. Reintroduce them to activities they once loved and did often, with modifications if needed. Caring for your aging parent may be new for you, but you can do this. Thank you for the important work you do. It's love like yours that makes the world go round. And if you want more ideas, I've got some suggestions. Check out these videos. You are not alone on this journey. Just click the link and I'll see you there.